All right, so we are diving deep today into AI sales agents.
Ooh, this is a fun one.
Yeah, AI is everywhere, right?
Yeah.
But this is like AI actually doing something.
Right, like real world stuff, not just, theoretical.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
not just like making pictures or writing poems. It's like closing deals and stuff.
It's like seriously changing the game in sales. I mean, think about it. An AI that can analyze all your data and then figure out which leads are most likely to actually buy something.
Yeah, that's way beyond just automating a few emails, right?
Oh, yeah, way beyond. We're talking serious competitive edge here. Instead of spending hours, digging through spreadsheets trying to figure out who to call next.
Right, you got AI doing the heavy lifting.
Exactly. And you and your team can focus on what humans do best, like actually building those relationships and, closing those deals.
Okay, I'm sold, but where do we even begin? Like, how do you actually build one of these AI sales agents?
Well, that's where Dr. Richard Conde comes in. He's done a ton of research on this, and he's laid out a really clear roadmap.
Okay, so we have a map.
Yeah, he's broken it down into 7 steps, and these steps are like the secret sauce. I mean, you can't just skip ahead to the fancy algorithms and expect it to work.
So it's all about the foundation.
Exactly. You got to lay the groundwork first. So step 1 is defining your objectives.
Objectives like, what do you want this AI to actually do?
Exactly. You need to get crystal clear on what you want it to achieve. Like, do you want it to qualify leads? Or maybe predict which customers are about to jump ship? Or even forecast, future sales trends?
Okay, so we need to be specific about the problem we're trying to solve.
Right, because AI is a tool, and like any tool, you need to know what you're using it for.
Makes sense. So we've got our goals figured out. What's next?
Data, my friend. Data.
Oh boy, here we go.
Step 2 is all about data collection and preparation. This is where you gather all the information your AI is going to need to, learn and make decisions.
So we're talking customer data, sales records, website analytics.
All of that. Think like your CRM marketing campaign results, the whole shebang.
The more the merrier.
Pretty much. The more relevant data you can feed it, the better the AI is going to perform.
But it's not just about dumping all this data into some system, right? There's got to be some organization involved.
Oh, absolutely. That's where data wrangling comes in.
Data wrangling. Sounds intense.
It's basically about cleaning the data, making sure it's all consistent and formatted in a way that the AI can actually understand.
Okay, so it's like prepping the ingredients before you start cooking.
Exactly. You got to chop those veggies and measure those spices before you can make a delicious meal.
So we've prepped our data. Now we're ready to cook up some AI magic. What's the next step?
Now we get to the good stuff. Step 3, feature engineering and data analysis.
Feature engineering, data analysis.
Okay, I'm starting to feel a little lost.
Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Basically, it's about transforming that raw data that we've collected into something that the AI can actually learn from.
Okay, so we're not just feeding it raw numbers and spreadsheets.
Yeah.
We're making it more digestible for the AI. Exactly. Think of it like this. You're taking all those customer interactions, their purchase history, their website clicks, their social media activity, and you're turning it into insights.
Okay, I'm starting to see the picture. So instead of just knowing that a customer bought a certain product, we can understand why they bought it and what else they might be interested in.
Exactly. You're creating a richer picture of each customer, and that allows the AI to make much more informed decisions.
Okay, I'm getting it. So we've got our goals, we've got our data prepped, and we've transformed it into something the AI can understand. What happens next?
Now we got to choose the right tools for the job. Step 4, model selection and algorithm implementation.
Okay, so this is where the real data science comes in.
This is where it gets technical, but I'll try to keep it simple. Think of it like this. You've got all your ingredients prepped. Now you need to choose the right recipe and cooking method.
I like that analogy. So we're deciding what kind of AI dish we're going to whip up.
Exactly. Do you need a classification algorithm to sort your leads into different categories? Or maybe a regression model to predict future sales? It all depends on your specific goals and the data you have.
So choosing the right model is crucial for getting accurate results.
Absolutely. It's like choosing the right pan for cooking. You wouldn't use a frying pan to bake a cake, right?
Right. So this is where I've heard Python comes into play.
You got it. Python is a programming language that's super popular in the data science world. It has all these great libraries and tools for building and implementing these AI models.
So we need someone who knows Python.
It definitely helps. But more importantly, you need someone who understands the sales process, knows their way around statistics, and can connect the dots between the business goals and the technical stuff.
So it's not just about being a tech whiz. It's about having that blend of skills.
Exactly. You need someone who can speak both languages, the language of sales and the language of data science.
That's quite the skill set. Okay, so we've selected our model and coded it up. Are we ready to unleash our AI sales agent on the world?
Not so fast. We still got to train it and make sure it's actually performing the way we want it to.
So it's like sending our AI agent to boot camp.
Exactly. Step 5 is all about training and evaluating the model. We feed it historical data and see how accurately it predicts outcomes. We're basically putting it through its paces to make sure it's ready for prime time.
So it's like giving our AI agent a practice run before the big game.
Exactly. We need to make sure it can actually hit those targets and close those deals.
Okay, so we've trained our AI agent. It's past boot camp. What's the next step?
Now we got to integrate it into the real world. Step 6, integration and deployment. This is where we take our finely tuned AI agent and plug it into our existing sales systems.
So we're connecting it to our CRM, our email platform, all the tools our sales team uses every day.
Exactly. It's about creating a seamless workflow where the AI can work its magic in real time.
This is starting to paint a really clear picture of how all these different pieces fit together. It's like building a well-oiled machine.
And that machine can seriously boost your sales performance.
Okay, so we've integrated our AI agent into our systems. What's the final step?
The final step, and this is super important, is monitoring maintenance and continuous improvement. We don't just set it and forget it.
Right, because the world of sales is constantly changing.
Exactly. So step 7 is all about keeping an eye on your AI agent's performance, identifying any biases or errors that might crop up, and updating it as new data becomes available.
So it's like tending a garden. You plant the seeds, but you also need to water, fertilize, and prune to keep those plants thriving.
That's a great analogy. It's an ongoing process of refinement and improvement.
This has been incredibly insightful. I'm starting to grasp the complexity and the potential of these AI sales agents. But before we move on, I want to make sure I'm connecting the dots correctly. You've emphasized throughout our conversation the importance of having someone on the team who understands sales statistics, and Python. Why is that combination so critical?
It's all about having someone who can bridge the gap between the business and the technology. They're the ones who can translate sales objectives into data-driven solutions and make sure that the AI agent is aligned with the overall business strategy.
They're like the conductor of the orchestra, making sure everyone's playing in harmony.
Exactly. They're the ones who can see the big picture and make sure that the AI is not just a fancy tool, but a strategic asset that's driving real business value.
I'm starting to realize that building an effective AI sales agent is about more than just writing a few lines of code. It's about having a strategic vision and the right expertise to bring it to life.
You nailed it. It's about bringing together the right people, the right processes, and the right technology to create something truly transformative.
This has been eye-opening. I feel like we've laid a solid foundation for understanding the key steps involved. But what about companies that are just starting to explore AI? Do they need to have all these skills in-house from day one?
That's a great question. And it's not always feasible to have all those skills in-house right away, especially when you're just starting out.
Right. It can be daunting to build a whole data science team from scratch.
Exactly. So Dr. Conde actually suggests starting with a pilot project.
A pilot project, so like a trial run.
Exactly. Instead of trying to build an AI that does everything, you pick one specific area of your sales process where you think AI could make a real difference.
So like maybe you're struggling with lead scoring or you want to automate some of your follow-up communications?
Exactly. You start small, prove the concept, and then scale up from there.
I like that approach.
Yeah.
It feels a lot less daunting than trying to boil the ocean.
And it allows you to learn and iterate along the way.
But even with a pilot project, you still need someone with that blend of sales statistics and Python knowledge, right?
Ideally, yes. But there are ways to bridge that gap if you don't have those skills in-house yet.
Like what?
Well, you could consider partnering with an external consultant or an agency that specializes in AI implementation.
So you can tap into that specialized knowledge without having to build a whole team from scratch.
Exactly. They can provide the technical expertise and guide you through the process.
That makes a lot of sense. So
Yeah.
you can kind of dip your toes in the water before diving headfirst.
Exactly. And as you gain more experience and confidence with AI, you can start building those skills internally.
It's all about finding the right approach for your specific needs and resources.
Right. You don't have to do everything at once. Just start with that first step.
This is all starting to feel a lot more accessible. But let's step back for a second and talk about the bigger picture. What are some of the real-world benefits that companies are seeing from AI sales agents? I mean, are we talking incremental improvements, or is this something truly transformative?
Oh, it can be truly transformative if you implement it, right?
Give me an example.
Well, imagine an AI agent that can analyze all the website traffic coming to your site and then identify the visitors who are most likely to become customers.
So instead of just blasting everyone with the same marketing message, you're focusing your efforts on the people who are actually ready to buy.
Exactly. And that means your sales team can spend their time more effectively nurturing those relationships and closing those deals.
I see. So it's all about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. AI can help you prioritize your efforts and make sure you're focusing on the right opportunities.
I like that. What other applications are we seeing?
Well, we're also seeing companies use AI to personalize their outreach messages based on customer behavior.
So instead of sending generic emails, you're tailoring the message to each individual customer.
Exactly. And it's not just about the content of the message, it's also about the timing. AI can analyze customer data to determine the optimal time to reach out, maximizing the chances of getting a response.
So it's like having a virtual assistant who knows exactly what to say and when to say it.
Precisely. It's all about being more relevant and engaging with your prospects.
This is starting to sound like science fiction.
I know, but it's real and it's happening right now.
This is blowing my mind. What other amazing things can these AI agents do?
Well, they can also help you predict churn risk. Identifying those customers who are likely to cancel their subscriptions or stop doing business with you.
So you can be proactive and try to retain those customers before they're gone for good.
Exactly. You can reach out to them with special offers or address any concerns they might have before they decide to jump ship.
Wow, that's powerful. What else can they do?
Well, they can also identify upselling and cross-selling opportunities, maximizing the lifetime value of each customer.
So they can help you not only acquire new customers, but also grow your existing customer base.
Exactly. It's all about maximizing your revenue potential.
It sounds like AI is taking a lot of the guesswork out of sales, enabling companies to make data-driven decisions and focus on what truly matters.
That's the ultimate goal. AI is not about replacing human salespeople. It's about empowering them with the tools and insights they need to be more effective.
So it's about augmenting human intelligence with artificial intelligence.
Exactly. It's about creating a winning combination that can drive real business growth.
This has been an incredible journey so far. We've gone from the foundational steps of building an AI sales agent to the real-world applications that are transforming the way companies sell.
And we've highlighted the crucial role of having someone who can bridge the gap between sales expertise, statistical knowledge, and Python programming.
You've emphasized the importance of that role throughout our conversation, and it's clear to me now why that's so critical for success with AI in sales. But I'm curious, are there any potential pitfalls or challenges that companies should be aware of as they embark on this AI journey?
That's a great question. As exciting as all of this is, there are definitely some things to watch out for.
Like what?
Well, one common pitfall is neglecting the importance of data quality.
So it's not just about having a lot of data, it's about having good data.
Precisely. If you're feeding your AI agent inaccurate or incomplete data, you're not going to get reliable results.
Makes sense. You can't expect your AI to make smart decisions if it's working with bad information.
Garbage in, garbage out, as they say.
Right, so data preparation and cleansing are absolutely essential.
Couldn't agree more. You got to make sure your data is clean and organized before you unleash the AI on it.
What other challenges come to mind?
Well, another challenge is managing expectations. AI is not a magic bullet.
Right, it's not going to solve all your sales problems overnight.
Exactly. It's a powerful tool, but it's not a quick fix.
Yeah.
You need to be patient, iterate, and adjust your approach as you go along.
So it's important to have realistic goals and understand that AI is a journey, not a destination.
Absolutely. And it's important to have the right people in place to guide that journey.
And it sounds like having that person who understands the nuances of both sales and AI is crucial for navigating those challenges and ensuring a smooth implementation.
Couldn't agree more. They're the ones who can help set realistic expectations, identify potential pitfalls, and make sure that the AI agent is aligned with the overall business strategy.
They're like the AI whisperers.
Exactly. They can speak the language of both the business and the technology, and they can help bridge that gap.
This has been an incredibly enlightening conversation. I feel like I've gained a much deeper understanding of the potential and the complexities of AI sales agents.
I'm glad to hear that. It's a fascinating topic, and I'm always excited to talk about it.
But I have to admit, I'm still a little intimidated by the technical aspects. I mean, I know my sales process, but I'm no data scientist.
I understand. It can seem daunting at first, but that's why having that bridge between sales and data science is so important.
So it's about finding someone who can speak both languages and guide us through the technical maze.
Exactly. They can help you ask the right questions, interpret the results, and make informed decisions about how to leverage AI to achieve your sales goals.
This is starting to feel a lot less overwhelming. It's about building the right team, starting small, and focusing on continuous learning and improvement.
You got it. And it's about embracing the transformative potential of AI to revolutionize the way we sell.
I'm feeling inspired. Before we wrap up, I want to ask you one final question. What's one piece of advice you would give to sales leaders who are considering implementing AI? What's the most important thing they should keep in mind?
I would say don't be afraid to experiment.
Experiment.
Yeah, the world of AI is constantly evolving, and the best way to learn is by doing that. Start with a small pilot project, gather data, and see what works for your specific business.
So it's about taking that first step and embracing the journey.
Exactly. The future of sales is here, and those who embrace AI will be the ones who thrive.
This has been an incredible deep dive into the world of AI sales agents. I feel like I've gained a whole new perspective on the future of sales.
Me too. It's an exciting time to be in sales.
And to our listener, thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you've gained valuable knowledge and are now equipped to navigate the exciting world of AI in sales.
If you're eager to learn more, stay tuned for future episodes where we'll delve into specific aspects of AI and sales.
Until then, happy selling.